likes wine. I don't really like wine, to be honest with you. I like Grey Goose.
It's just getting really, really sad now with Fani Willis. I'm going to share with you a new clip. I think we've reached an all-time new low with her, where she's literally begging for money. You don't want to miss this. I also have a great response that I want to share from Ashley Merchant, who it represented one of the defendants in the Trump RICO case in Georgia, who was on our show, which we think exemplify credibility, professionalism, the whole nine yards. We love Ashley. We're hoping to get her back on the show very soon, as well as the Pitbull Sadao, who's promised me he will come on our show as well. But before I show you that, my fellow Americans, when I say we are so back, when I say this has been the best first 100 days of any president of all time, when I say that you should be waking up feeling like Cinderella on the day of liberation, where the chains and the golden cage has been lifted from your soul, I don't mean that in any sense or regard, exaggeratedly or in any hyperbole whatsoever. Our president, Donald Trump, it seems like it's gaining momentum. It's actually getting more and more serious. And today, he just said this when it comes to the IRS and federal income tax. Watch this.
It's going to be very rich again, and it's going to happen very quickly. It's time for the United States to return to the system that made us richer and more powerful than ever before. Do you know the United States in 1870 to 1913, all tariffs, and that was the richest period in the history of the United States, relatively speaking. In other words, relatively. And they set up the Great Tariff Commission of 1887, and this commission had one function: what to do with all the money that we took in. It was so enormous that they had no idea. It was a blue ribbon committee. It was set up 1887, and what to do with all of the money that we had. And again, Teddy Roosevelt was a beneficiary, because when McKinley was killed, he took over this vast sum of money, and he did all of those national parks and all of the other things. And I'm not knocking him, but he was given a vast amount of money. And that was all made through tariffs. We had no income tax. The income tax came in 1913. As I said in my speech last week, instead of taxing our citizens to enrich foreign nations, we should be tariffing and taxing foreign nations to enrich our citizens. Does that make sense, right?
Oh my God, my fellow Americans, I'm going to freaking cry right now in front of you, but I'm not going to pull a Selena Gomez. This is like, it's such a resurrection of the American soul, like nothing we've ever seen before. He promised this on the campaign trail that he was going to look into this. He hired Howard Lutnick, to implement something like this. There were rumblings, there were rumors, there were murmurs of this happening. He already said he's going to get rid of the 88,000, whatever, I don't know, 188, or I don't even know what the exact number is, of new IRS agents that Biden and the Kamala Harris administration hired. When I say time and time again that prosperity soon come, he is absolutely obliging and abiding every promise that he made to us. This is unlike anything we've ever seen. It's unprecedented. The streets are going to be paved with gold. It truly feels like the promised land again. It truly feels like the treasure that is the United States spirit is more alive now than it ever has been. Can you imagine, instead of giving all of our money to Ukraine, instead of giving all of our money to NATO, instead of these unbelievably perverse, lackluster, one-sided deals, contracts, and negotiations that our failed, miserable, hypocrite government has instituted over the last couple of decades? Can you imagine all of that finally being culled and galvanized towards an American first policy, which is what Trump is doing day in and day out? He's signing all these new executive orders. It's just absolutely monumental. And by the way, your boy Nez Your boy Nez has already commemorated this because I'm telling you right now, bookmark this, save this. If our president actually does this, abolishes the IRS and eviscerates and eradicates federal income tax, that to me is his guarantee for him to be placed on Mount Rushmore. I said it here first. I'm telling you right now, that to me cements, pun intended, his place on Mount Rushmore. And I've already anticipated this because check out this brand new design in our 100% original Nez Nation Patriot merch shop. This just went live. So in case you don't know, this is our, our original Patriot Nez Nation shop. The link is in the pinned comment, show notes, and description. And you will see if you click on that. This is our shop. Look how beautiful. This is our store here. And then I'm going to click on that show more button and show you our brand new design. So we have our Make Common Sense Viral. I love this. This is our We the American People Have Spoken, which I wear all the time. This is what I'm wearing right now. And the brand new design that I'm so excited to show you is, yes, a rendition of Trump on Mount Rushmore. Get the mug, get it right now. This should happen. I mean, it's only been 5 days and the guy has revolutionized and rolled back every single policy that has destroyed our country. If there's anybody, can you imagine what the next 4 years are going to bring with this pace? I'm just telling you right now, if he does this, if he actually gets rid of the IRS and federal income tax, this should become a reality. Let me know what you think in the comments. Okay, now back to Fani. So she got completely removed by the appellate court. She's done. It's over. The case is not going to get picked up by anybody. Even the Attorney General of Georgia said, because Fani tried to appeal, she's never going to do the right thing. We did a whole video on this. And she's now going after State Senator Cowsert, who we love, who has that beautiful Tennessee Williams kind of accent, who has subpoenaed Amanda Timpson, who's been on our show, the whistleblower, subpoenaed Ashley Merchant, who's been on our show, tried to subpoena Fani Willis. She refused. And now she goes in front of keynotes an event, and she actually does this because the state, which she's about to sue, the state is refusing to give her the budget that she wants. This is the same district attorney, Fani Willis, Cash Money G, who has hired her lover boy, American Pie Wade, paid him an egregious almost $1 million, stole forfeiture funds, stole federal grant money, funded her entire office, bought new MacBooks, new office furniture, hats, jewelry, you name it, went on vacations with taxpayer money. And now, because the well is dried up, she goes and does this. Watch this.
Obviously, you can donate. I want to say that again. So obviously, you can donate because it does finance lawyers. It finances my security. Whenever I do anything that is not necessarily DA related, but more my elected, I pay security to be with me because I never want them to say I'm using county officials to do public service. So my bills in my campaign are more. But the other thing that you can do is I would love some place where if there was a think tank when we have legal issues, because we have all types of legal issues coming up. If I'm not financed properly, I'm gonna sue this Board of Commissioners, period. Well, I may need lawyers to do that because if not, I'm adding to that jail population, right? It's just common sense. How many lawyers I have, that's how many cases we can indict. That's how quickly we get to dismissals, setting appropriate bonds, and you have people that are not invested in it. We ought to be ashamed of ourselves. In Fulton County, a Democratic county, we have a Republican chair and a Republican vice chair. I don't know what in the world is going on.
Man, oh man, at this point, I almost, not really, but I almost feel bad. I really mostly feel bad for the people of Fulton County, the residents, the hardworking tax-paying citizens. You have got a travesty, a national travesty as a district attorney, somebody who I don't think this individual, Cash Money G. Fani Willis, I don't think she has ever once admitted a wrongdoing. I mean, she has been nationally disgraced. Her misconduct, both personally, professionally, prosecutorially, has been on display for the entire world to see in bold 3D Technicolor. She has done so many egregious things that have been exposed. She has committed, violation after violation after violation. She has appealed. She's wasted millions and millions of dollars, not only on the Trump RICO case, but the entire YSL RICO case, which was just wrapped up in favor of the defendants not that long ago. When are you going to look in the mirror, Fani Willis, and just say, enough is enough? I need to move on. Now she wants to sue the county commissioner? Here's what Ashley Merchant had to say. Check this out. Ashley Merchant posted this on X. She said, wait, what? Fani Willis wants the public to fund her legal fees to sue the county commissioners for daring to check her budget after she refused to be subject to an audit and told the county that she didn't have to answer to them as a constitutional officer? And then she just added this too, which I think is totally perfect. She says she seriously refuses to let anyone look at how she spends money, but she is quick to beg for more. I couldn't have said it any better myself. Ashley Merchant. Thank you so much. Ashley Merchant, to me, is Fulton County's last hope. Her and the Merchant Law Firm. You need to look her up in Georgia. I hope she maybe thinks about running for district attorney. I think that would be awesome. Although I don't think she will, because her private practice is doing phenomenal. And by the way, she's an amazing defense attorney. So I don't know, man. I can't wait to get your thoughts on this. Fani Willis begging for money and donations to fund her security in public. It just seems like, my goodness gracious me. If somebody doesn't step in here really quickly, this is just getting out of control. And again, the people of Fulton County, the residents, are the ones who suffer immeasurably from this unbelievable, egregious violation of the office on every single level imaginable. I'm going to keep you posted. Stay tuned, because there is a chance, and I've been hearing rumors about this, I've been hearing rumblings about this, that Bill Cowsert, the Senate State Committee Chair, Bill Cowsert, will actually get the subpoena he wants, which means that Fani Willis will have to honor coming in front of the Georgia State Committee, which we saw those other live streams, and we're going to go live when that happens. And she will have to answer very concretely and substantively about where these funds are coming from, how she got these funds, what she's did with these funds. And it ain't going to be pretty, because she's going to fight fang, claw, tooth, and nail the whole entire time. Your boy Nez has got you covered. I'm going to go live if that happens. So stay tuned. This is the only place you want to be. Sign up for our free newsletter. That is your guarantee that you never miss out. It's in the pinned comment, show notes, and description down below. Check out these videos coming up on the screen right here, just in case you missed them. Tap on my face right there to subscribe and follow. It's absolutely free. And as always, may God bless you, and may God bless America. I'll see you soon.